Hey everybody, welcome to the Sassy T Show. Stephanie will be joining us in a moment here. Happy New Year to you all. What a wonderful way to start your day in the first week of the new year by having an awesome start to your day if you went to church today. But we want to talk to you about and femininity today.
Then
Because it seems like
line.
there's a lot of that going on with some, push and shove here and there. Um, who more manlier than the other, who's more powerful than the other, who's more feminine than the other, who's more laid back than the other. We were talking about this earlier today in a comment when she said, well, not a comment, a great statement when she said, women who are in their own, you become the head of your own house. You have to fix and repair your own things because you're single. So, of course, you gain a little bit of masculinity about yourself to take care of those things. But then when a man does come along, it seems like he wants you to be forget about taking care of your business. Now he wants you to be more feminine, I would say, and not be more masculine when he didn't realize that you had to go through some stuff. Because we got to go through a lot of things in order to be strong, to come out strong, we got to go through. Hey, Serenity, how you doing? So we want to talk to you all today. I mean, that's just my own opinion, but we want to talk to you today about how you all feel and chime in if you will. Let us know your thoughts on, because right now our country is in, I don't know, it's in battle mode zone. And I don't know that much about politics to even discuss it. But I do know this. A lot of people didn't vote for the president that they wanted because they figured their vote didn't matter. And some people didn't vote because they didn't want to vote for a woman. And then some people voted because they did really want to vote for Trump. So with all this that's going on now, would you still have made that same decision back in November? What do you think, Stephanie?
Well, hello everyone. This is hostess with the mostest, and I got the most today.
Uh-oh.
I feel like, first of all, let's say this.
Tagline
As
here.
far as what's going on today, when it came down to voting, as you said and stated, that a lot of people didn't want to vote because of being a woman, because of biblical reasons or whatever that is. But the Bible says in biblical times and what is stated about the woman, man being the head and the women not shouldn't lead. And because they didn't want Trump and then they didn't vote at all. But my take on that is, even if they had a voted for a woman, Kamala, understand that Congress and Senate, they have to go, the president have to get approval most of the time with them anyway. Um, so she wouldn't. I don't say just like Obama. I felt like he wasn't the president for real. Congress was, the Senate was. They wasn't gonna let that black man really get that kind of power and control the way he wanted to. They stopped a whole bunch of stuff that he wanted to do. But I think they have president now. A woman now in Mexico is a woman president. And I think somebody stated on my Facebook that we feel like a woman gonna have to save the world. It seems like that at this point. But as far as the femininity and the masculinity of a woman, of a man, how men feel about women are too masculine. That's because of what we done been through, what we done came out of. Most of the times, 80, I say 70% of the world is women single parents. And I
Yes.
have to wear the pants and the skirt in my house. When my sink break down, I gotta fix it. When my
Mm-hmm.
garbage can get full, I gotta take my garbage out. When my roof need repairing, I gotta make sure that gets repaired. When
Mm-hmm.
my kids had to go to school, I took them to school. I picked them up. I made
Mm-hmm.
sure they had food on the table. I went to
Mm-hmm.
work. I did all of that. So yeah, I wore the pants and the skirt.
Yeah.
And
And there's nothing wrong with that though. That's what I feel. I feel that
but
there's
that's where
nothing
men
wrong with
say we
it. Too
become too
strong minded.
strong. Yeah. And then so now when the man come in, it's hard for us to give that all up because we're so used to doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I've been doing this for so long. So now here you coming in and now you want to do this. And then a lot of times they come in and do it. And how long are they going to do that for?
Yeah.
How long are you here? Are you here for a reason in a season of the long haul, or just for a good time? Because some of them will, as we all know, the word that nobody likes to hear, narcissists. They want you to feel that you can't with you. And you can't do things without them because then you're defying them, but they're not in a relationship with you. You're just in a relationship with them. So that becomes a part of why a lot of women have issues with, I ain't gonna say issues, have thoughts and feelings of being masculine around men to let you know, hey, I don't need that. I would love for you to be here with me and help me. I would love to be relaxed and feminine for you. But if you want to be the man in the house, let's just do this. Because right now, I like it's a lot of people bullying people in different areas of life, relationships and things like that. I just think that the concept of if you're masculine or if you're feminine, the concept of all that still boils down to this. Everybody's got to be that way. The man's got to have a little feminist in him, and the woman's going to have a little masculinity in her. Period.
Absolutely. Because I think men need that to understand a woman emotional needs. Because
Yep.
if you so got all that masculinity, when are you going to realize and be able to understand her emotions and everything that she goes through when she comes home from work? And then speaking of work, you know, men want to talk about masculinity. That are you gonna pay all these bills?
Right.
Because for real, where I come from, my grandfather paid all the bills, took care of the house. My grandmother raised the kids. She made sure the house was clean. She cooked. She made sure he had bath water. She took care of that man.
Hmm.
So now, but then now the world have shifted where the woman is have to do so much more now because we can't be in a stable relationship to even get that balance.
Balance. What do you think, Serenity? You chimed
I
in.
think it's a balance.
It's balance.
I was just sitting here thinking too. Sometimes, even when
You're making me dip.
people are people are in a relationship, and a man, you know, even if she is showing her feminine personality a lot more, some men still get irritated with that. They like, why you so sensitive? You know, it's not about her being sensitive, but it's about a
Some
woman
people.
being soft, you
Hey,
know. But then
child.
sometimes they don't even want you to be that. So then it's like, well, dang, who you want to be with, a nigga? And then they get mad
Hey,
if you
James.
say that.
Everybody chiming
It's
in.
kind of like you what's the saying? You damned if you do, you damned if you don't.
Mhm.
But women, yeah, I agree with what y'all saying so far. We have had to carry ourselves stronger than we were supposed to. We were never supposed to be that strong like that.
No,
And I don't
no.
and,
We're
and
supposed to be there as a cushion to support them, uplift them, and bring them back centered.
Hmm.
We got a
and
couple
I,
of
and I
We were
people
made to
chiming
be his helpmeet.
in.
We was
and
made
then
to be his helpmeet, but a lot of times people aren't being long marital relationships these days, so we can't even be their helpmeet because we don't have
no,
Wow.
nobody to help
no,
because
because
We got a
they
couple of people chiming in.
while they talking about let me make this thing while they talking about masculinity, while they waiting on a meal and for us to take care of them on other hand, but we going to work and I got to handle everything in the house. Now you want to sit on the couch and watch the game, and then you wonder why I'm going ham and I'm tired. You
Yep.
know, we get
hmm
tired because
Hmm.
we doing so much, and I think that the males, the men are not picking up some of the load as they should
Okay,
as
so
being masculine.
right, we got a
you
couple of
got a
people that in,
long comment.
and
Oh,
yeah. So that's Tommy Boy. Of course, So, Kiana, how you doing? She said, I agree, right? So at first I thought Jock was saying, hey to us, but she talked to her husband. Hey, y'all. That's another couple that I love to talk about.
Who is that with that
Um,
long message?
Tommy
Tommy
boy.
Boy. He
What
said
did he say?
responsibility is not a man or a woman thing. Two women that prefer to be together and handling their business. A lot of what you speaking on comes from damaged men and damaged women, not healed, of course, and trying to start a relationship. There is nothing wrong with strong-willed women. Amen. Hello. Oh,
Okay, hold on. Let me.
Well, thank you for that.
I want to
That's
jump
true.
in though. I
I
want to jump
appreciate
in
that.
and say something to him. He's saying that it's not responsibility isn't a female or male thing. Okay, maybe I may beg to disagree a little bit because there are some responsibilities that is just meant for a man. There are some that's just meant for a woman. Now, when you bring up two females being together, even in that, one of them acting like a dude. Now, come on now. It's very rare that both of them are female acting, both of them are ladylike, both of them are cute and pretty, and both of them going getting their nails done. It's always one of them being the stud. So I disagree with that.
Don't
And
forget
they
Well,
and they
women.
together because they trying to act
That's
like
true,
a
Jay,
male and a
Tommy boy.
female.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
what did he say?
He said, don't forget women, if you choose to lay down with dogs, you wake up with fleas. And I said, that's true. And I always said, don't put no man in your bed because that's the biggest bed bug. You can't get rid of them.
Man, let me tell you, I had a bed bug for 10. Listen, I had a bed bug for 10 years. And
Was you
I'm telling
scratching
you
a lot?
what,
Was you scratching a lot, girl?
nah, that bed bug gave me the biggest headache. Ooh,
Girl. Well, you know,
Well, I think that could also be a whole nother different topic when you start talking about being careful who you land on. I think you might be trying to stray away from what we're really trying to talk about.
right. No, we ain't talking about the laying down and all. We talking about being masculine and feminine.
Hmm.
Because, for instance, the main topic is for us today was about I don't understand a lot of the politics. I don't want to dwell all into it, but I do want to say this. I don't know everything about uh, Trump's views and wishes of what he wants to do for America. And I do know wrong from right. Then people bluntly do things, attacking people, bombing people, taking things and doing that. It just only makes me afraid that those people are going to retaliate and do it to our country because who says that we are invincible? I just feel like unnecessary war is about to start for
We not.
whatever reason. You know, they'll say United States is the police of the world or of America or whatever. But that don't give our single one president the power to say, I'm going to take over this country. I'm going to do this, do that. That's putting us like we're in the Middle Eastern worlds and doing stuff like that. I don't get it. It makes me afraid
Mhm.
well,
of what
And
listen,
life is
they
going to
felt
be like.
and they feel like a woman can't be president because again they go back, oh, she too
Her
sensitive,
emotions
oh,
and her
she
feelings.
gonna
But what about
she gonna
he a
they make
criminal?
the jokes, she gonna have her period and push the red button. Well, he ain't
Well, what
doing
is
no
he doing?
better. That's what I just said.
He
He
doing,
ain't doing no
I
better
feel like he's
because
doing
he a
temper
man. They
tantrums.
think a woman. They think a woman can't run the country. We almost did it with Hillary. Nobody. They ain't want Hillary to do it either, and she
Yeah,
was a white woman, and
right.
that was just because she was female. Then you had a black woman that ran, and everybody feel like she didn't win because she was black. No, it was because she was a female. We are afraid to have a female president, but I believe that if we ever do get one, she's gonna be the one of the best damn presidents we ever had. And
yeah,
men are too afraid to see it and let it happen
yeah.
Right.
because there ain't no
I,
way two women ran
I,
and
I just
neither
think,
one of them ever won.
I
Yep.
just think on every level that he shouldn't have never been president because I don't know too much about what's going on right now, and
I don't
I don't.
either.
So that's why I just wouldn't. But at the end of the day, Trump shouldn't have never been president. I don't care. But hey, that's what they chose. So this is what we get, and I stand on that.
Yeah, because I ain't vote for him.
Yeah.
Me either.
Well,
Never.
I feel like I have no quarrels with the man about whatever he does because on Shark Tank and whatever that other show he was about money.
Apprentice. The
Yeah,
Apprentice. That was
showed his
his
true
show.
colors then. He showed who he was then. He said everything he's doing now. All the stuff. I mean, all these celebrities, all these big time wig people, all of them are somewhat crooked. They have a way to stay in the system and stay in the light of people and bully them, scare them, take control, kidnap them. I don't know. I'm just saying, I just feel strongly that everything that's happening, everybody's talking about he making America great. He making me scared to live in America.
Well,
I'm scared to live
only
in
his
America.
people is saying that. So in their
I don't
eyes,
know.
it is great for them. So I don't
Man,
know.
the
I
struggle is
just
real. And things like this is what make women be stronger. It make us be, before I even go any further, let me give a shout out to our favorite place, Out of the Mud Inc., coming to you today, this beautiful Sunday, January 4th. Had a lovely day, a service today. I did mention that earlier.
Yeah.
However, Happy New Year to everybody. Want to give a shout out to James Mayfield, the greatest Mayfield, George F. Grundy II, Larry Lott for making it happen. And I also want to let you know, shop with MUA Jock at www.shopmakeupIsmylife.com for all your beauty needs. I have been telling y'all for a few weeks I was going to get the product and try it. I tried it. I love it. Doc. But anyway, being I feel I'm more masculine than I am feminine. I do. I mean,
Why?
it ain't got nothing to do with the sexual preference. It's my genetic makeup of me, right? So,
well, that's probably the Aries in you.
yeah, yeah.
Aries are very strong.
Yeah,
Aries are
it's
very,
kind of the zodiac.
yeah.
My
Very,
ex-husband told me last night, he was the other night when he came up to play cards with us, he said, I said something to him, just play the game. He was like, man, you still mean. I said, I'm not mean. I'm just direct
but
and forceful. Just do it.
but yeah, but I think too that our trauma has a lot to do with our masculinity that's in us
Yeah,
because of what we've been through. So our trust and our trauma bond, our
yeah,
trust is not there no more. I it's hard to trust a man to come in my life to take the load or to be my mate to do it together because you might just up and leave. I don't know when you get a feather up your ass. I don't know. I'm
yeah,
just saying.
yeah,
I'm just saying, and you anything could happen. You might see a big girl with a big ass and you gone. I don't know.
yeah.
I'm just
You never
keeping it
know.
100.
That's true.
And,
That's true.
and here it is. I didn't put and invested into this relationship thinking that we gonna, be
And
that
that's why it's hard.
helpmate to each other.
Yeah.
But I have to keep, I think it's like a guard. I
Mhm.
think men look at
Yeah.
it as us being masculine. I think it's a guard that we put up.
Yep.
It's a guard that we put up, and that stops us, our emotions from getting too deep into what we used to or
Yep.
our past. We don't
And
want to
when we
go there
try to
no
crash
more.
out or
So
something.
now I'm getting ready to hold this. Yeah, I
Yep.
ain't that. "Ooh, okay, baby. I'm not that no
Mhm.
more."
You know, that, man, that's I got friends that have tried to, call me or come by or want to hang out or whatever. And I thought about it. I attempted to. I really did gave it the best foot forward. Mine was what reason why I'm not there. And I know you're not supposed to hold on to things like that, but
and you
that
and you
also gave me hard in myself. Jock, Jocelyn Mayfield said, I think we need both being masculine and feminine, and I think you're right about that, if that's what you're saying. Tommy
we
Boy said, the bottom line, Americans before blacks even had a right to vote, don't forget where that no woman opportunities come from, and they still feel that way. That's why women doesn't stand a chance at presidency. Monica Southworth said, always keep your guards up. Amen. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And that
well
don't make
what
us bad women either.
well well about that presidency. I think it's coming. I
It's gotta
mean,
come. It has
if
to come.
they allow. if the politics allow it, if it don't happen, it's because of politics and how the government is, how the government is. I think it's a government. I think it's a government thing, that something
Wow.
that the government don't want to happen, because
Mm,
it could, if Mexico had it. It's a few countries that got female presidents,
right.
so
Yeah.
I can't say that it can't happen, but it's reasons why the United States can't have one, and I
Yeah.
think it's the government. I think the government is going to always go against it.
It's funny that we have TV shows, and in these TV shows, they were or movies, they always want to portray that a woman was in a president in a movie or a TV show, but they won't let it happen for real.
But in other countries, I just looked that up not too long ago. As of September 2025, there are 19 countries that have women as a head of state or the president, and 22 countries where women are head of government. Everywhere
Yeah,
but America.
it's
Yeah,
not going. It's a government thing. That's what I'm saying. The government is not going to allow it.
it's the good old boys, just like a lot of
Yeah,
the
it's the
old
government.
old men. A lot of them white old men need to get off Congress.
Yeah,
For
Oh, you
real.
crazy.
They been there forever. They can't even barely see and hear, and they still got a seat. Like they need to step
And they
down,
still
or they
getting
need
their
to
health
have a
coverage.
limit. They
Let
need
them
to
get
have a
on Social
limit.
Security. They still getting a pension and shit. Let them get Social Security so that money can filter back out in the world. Um, Tommy Boy said, accept that once you have been traumatized, you need to get healed before you think about another relationship, man or woman, which is
well,
true.
okay,
Yeah,
Hold on.
that's
Jockey
true.
Mayfield said they scared we gonna outdo the men.
absolutely, absolutely, because we will.
And will.
But when it go back to what
But
Tommy Boy said
we want
again,
to treat them like they treat us. And, we
go
wouldn't do that. We'll still bring
go
them
back
aboard.
to what Tommy Boy
We just take
read
care of
that again.
business.
Tommy Boy said, except that once you have been traumatized, you need to get healed before you think about another relationship, man or woman.
Okay,
Yeah,
but let me
that's
say this. I even Tommy
Ooh,
Boy, even I
I don't know
feel like
what you
even with healing, I think even with healing and being whole, I still think that there's is always going to be
That's a great one.
hesitancy there.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna the guard is always gonna be up. I could be
Always.
healed and whole and ready to roll.
Uh,
But
go ahead, baby.
what how far does healing go? I
Ooh,
mean, healing means that I'm healthy, I'm mentally sound, I done moved on with my life, and but can a trigger interrupt healing?
ooh, yeah, I think so.
girl. Now hey, we gonna write these questions down because I think you finna do a whole nother show.
Because
Okay, look,
hey,
the
I could
producer
be
said
healed, but as soon as I get triggered, that might snap me right back to day
square
one.
to zero.
Yeah,
Uh, so the Ottoman said, when it comes to masculinity versus femininity, the society has completely changed the dynamic on what it actually means and what it positions and the placement for those different ideologies are. And then George F. Grundy
I
said, when
agree.
women, yeah, I agree. When George F. Grundy said, when women raise children and are single mothers, and then they end up with someone in their life as a relationship, and difficult for them to transition back to their face. I don't agree with that,
Absolutely.
but I agree with that because a woman can transition back into her feminine ways, especially if she wants to earn her keep with that man. See, that's the one thing. It's a lot of girls and little bitty young women that ain't ready to go through this phase of life to be with one person and stick it through and work it through. Every woman that I know, that's what we want. We don't want no fly by night man that's here and there. So we want to make sure that, yes, if I'm going to be the masculine one in my house, when you walk through my door, you're the masculine one. I'm submissive to you, but we do this together and then we meet each other halfway. Because some days you might have to be a little feminine for me, and I may have to be a little masculine toward you about a certain
Yeah,
situation in the household. And that ain't got
yeah.
nothing to do with outside affairs or anything as a person dealing with your mate.
I agree
Hmm.
with you.
Yeah.
Now, okay, okay. I was just thinking about what Grundy had said.
Which one?
By
The
us
women.
going back after we raise our children, we can go back to our feminine ways. Is that what you were saying?
He said it's difficult for them to transition back to their
And
feminine
the
ways.
part
And I
and
said,
that
I
and
agree with
I'm gonna tell you where that's a twofold right there.
you
That's a
twofold.
twofer. Yeah, because it depends on, for one, what your children and took you through.
True that.
It depends on what you done been through as you raising these children by yourself. If everything is smooth sailing, and everything, your kids is gonna be your kids. But then it depends on how you hold that on into your head. Are you holding it with anger because you had to do this by yourself? Where was your baby? Where was my baby daddy at? You know, am I feeling angry? Am I upset? I mean, it depends on what that woman is holding on to.
Right,
Because if
right.
she can do it, like for me, I did it by myself. I don't have no problem with it. That wasn't the thing that brought on my masculinity, though. I went right straight back to my feminine, me after raising my kids. That wasn't the thing that took me. That wasn't. Tommy,
To
did he
read
say?
somebody
Girl,
comment.
he fooling. He said they claim women are far too emotional. Well, what you call our president then, Tommy boy? Is he emotional, acting like a 2-year-old with a tantrum or what? And then he said, "You think, but get healed and see what you feel. You are a hurt person." Opinion, true. And then he
Good,
said,
what?
"That's why I purchased some Prince draws. T. I just want your kiss."
Okay.
Okay,
I ain't touching that one. You know what?
okay.
I don't know. I don't think I'm masculine at all. I don't think I'm masculine at
Even though
all.
you were a soldier, you don't have no masculinity that you feel you have. You were a soldier. You are a
Yeah,
soldier.
I was a soldier, and I was a female soldier, and I toughened up physically and mentally, yeah, but I still don't feel as though I have a lot of masculinity in me. And I don't think my trauma that I went through with relationships made me masculine. I don't think being a single mother is making me masculine. I might just be built different.
No,
But
that's just see. That's why we're talking because everybody
yeah.
has their own truth about how they feel about it. I feel like I am, and like Stephanie said, it could be because I'm an Aries.
it could be.
Could be.
And I think because life be life into, we become a little rough around the edges. What we going through of our everyday life. And not having no one being there for us. At times when we might need them to be there for us, especially a man.
Yeah,
And we going through this. Like for you. When we moved, I didn't move from Michigan to Chicago, from Michigan to Texas to Chicago to Indianapolis to, I done been all over.
Atlanta.
Indiana. I done been everywhere.
Uh,
And out of all those moves, one time did I have one male to help me. Oh, when I moved to Atlanta. Yeah. But that was it. All the other times I did it by myself with my kids on my back, and pushing through with that.
but you
But
know,
but again, that wasn't the thing that made me the masculine. Have made me a little, I'm gonna say, rough around the edges, because I am. I'm a little rough around the edges because I don't take no shit no more. The feminine. Some of my feminine is gone because sometimes men put things on you mentally where you have to defend yourself and show them who you are and what you stand for, because you're crossing these boundaries. So now you crossing my feminine boundaries. So now I'm like, oh no. So now here it come. Now I got to stand 10 toes down.
but
yeah.
So
you
Go
me
ahead.
standing 10 toes down making me masculine. Oh well.
Well, you said something. You said you moved and you had to do this a lot of times by yourself. But that kind of almost goes back to what Tommy Boy was saying. Like that's not a feminine or a masculine thing. That was just something you had to do as a person. Because if you was a man and you had to move a lot of times with your kids and do all that, then you still being a man. I don't think that is what It
Well,
makes you masculine because you're
it's
doing
well,
something like that by yourself.
well, for me, I was married. I was married for a long time. And I felt like some of the things after I left that, I was so used to my husband doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That
Yeah,
I
I
felt
was
like that's,
married and divorced too, and I was used
yeah.
to him
But
doing
when
a
I
lot of
then
things.
when I took off and I had to do it on my own, I'm like, wow, with the kids too. Oh,
But that's just what makes us stronger. And I had said something earlier about our president. I don't know too much about the politics and being a
It's
bully, blah,
another
blah, blah.
long comment.
Yeah, George F. Grundy II said, preventing global conflict by focusing on a common adversary or a shared resource pool in a specific region. Major powers, the US, Russia, and China, may be engaging in a high stakes negotiation. Yeah, and it's involving us. They allow for shifts in one area, like Venezuela, to avoid direct, hot conflict with each other in more sensitive zones. Economic rebalancing, seizing or controlling these reserve acts as a massive reset button for the global economy, providing the commodities needed to back new financial systems without triggering a world war. Well, it seemed like to me somebody making a world war. Like I said, I don't understand all that. I understand what you just
So
said.
ask him this. So, well, I'll ask him. So then, is Venezuela our allies? Did Trump go in and take over because they are our friends and we're helping them, or did he just take over because they was vulnerable and he wanted that country?
And
no,
they,
Because
and
I
they
know that we got allies and we got enemies,
no, he wanted Venezuela because he said that the president and his wife were drug dealers.
dictators. Oh,
They
and
do,
then
and they are part of the problem on why the drugs is coming over here.
so he's sending Mexicans back over the board, and he's stealing people from Venezuela over here. I don't get it. It's just funny.
Well, I just think that he felt like if he cut it at the head. So I think he feel like that the president and his wife is the head of the drug lords over there. That that
Ah,
that that kind of start biting at the rest of them.
Tommy.
So
I think
that's
George said something else.
Yep, Tommy Boy said there is no man or woman soldier. A soldier is a soldier. Amen.
Yeah.
George F. Grundy said Venezuela is a sacrifice, and they have one of the largest oil reserves on the planet,
yes.
also very large silver reserve. And
Okay.
Jacqueline
They're
Mayfield said,
one of they are the richest country.
yep. Jacqueline Mayfield said, I believe Trump wants something from over there. And then she replied to what George said, he wants that oil. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He's smoking
They
mirrors right now. Hey,
they rich in a lot of areas.
so now, does anybody talk about him when he tore down that wing of the White House anymore? Did it get rebuilt? And he
Girl,
took away
bye.
all the previous president's bus
I
outside,
cannot believe I seen the whole
and
back end of the
he's
White
making a
House
dance
gone.
floor. What's going on? What's
I
going on?
couldn't believe the whole back of the White House is just gone.
Ain't nobody ever tore up the White House like that, honey. That is crazy. That was real masculine of him. Not just kidding.
Oh my God. No, that was real
He
feminine of
wants that
him.
oil like P. Diddy. He put that oil all over everybody. What the hell?
Girl, a
He
hot
wants that
mess.
oil, baby.
That was real feminine because that was crazy.
I don't get it.
That
But
dude
Again,
tore up the
for
whole
all you
West
out there
Wing.
who love politics, even those who view and like Trump's ways, I am not bashing him. I'm making in light of it because I don't understand his method or his ways. I feel that taking away ML King Day, that civil rights activists fought for, maybe a lot of things they fought for or what other people believe they shouldn't have never had. Okay, so be it. But we got it. But we don't feel like a criminal should be the president either. But we got it. So
Yeah.
they
well,
need to take that off of credit. I mean, off of application when you're filling out for a job. Do
I'm
you have
gonna
a
run.
felony? Are you a felon? Have you been convicted? All that needs to be gone.
I'm gonna
Well,
stop
listen,
answering those.
I'm gonna run for the presidency.
Go ahead, girl.
You gonna run for the presidency of the United States
Absolutely.
of America?
Let's see what Tommy Boy got to say about that one.
America.
I would run for the president, and you'll get a little bit of feminine, and you get a little bit of masculine. I'll tell you that.
Just come out looking orange with a toupee and talking
Oh,
crazy.
Put the West Wing back up and make
Yeah,
it pink too.
fix that house, clean that house up. Kenya
first
Ann
thing,
said. Kenya Ann said, "A criminal as president, but they will make us suffer if we had a record." You can
yes.
barely get a house to buy if you got a background that you've been evicted because you couldn't afford to pay something. But yet and still, they want your money. They want your money.
Make it make sense.
They want your money.
Make it make
But you
sense.
can't, all these stipulations and changes and whatnots and the forcefulness, the bullying, this stuff just make me like a friend of mine said one time on his post. He said, anybody taking a flight or anybody leaving America, I'm starting to hate it here. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. It's crazy.
Well, I got some friends that moved to Thailand. I just got back in touch with them. They moved to is it Thailand? Yeah, they moved to Thailand.
I don't know. I'm scared to leave America.
And
You gotta pick something. You scared to stay, you
the way
scared to
things
go.
is going, you may not
I
be
don't know
too
their
scared.
culture. I don't know their culture. I just want Trump to leave us alone. Let these. Remember the good old days with Jimmy Carter and Ronald Reagan, and the times were slow. Even though the Watergate, Nixon, and all them did all that craziness, every president had some baggage or get involved with something.
Bring Bill back. All Bill was doing was getting some head. I mean, just get Bill back. He ain't do nothing. He didn't.
He desecrated.
No,
Cleared
I
the
want Obama back.
White House.
I want Obama back.
I want Obama.
man.
I do.
Bill
But
and
that'll
Obama.
never happen. That's water under the bridge.
Bill and
So
Obama.
I'm gonna run for presidency.
Where is this kid at? Yeah, Bill
So
and
don't be
Obama.
scared.
But
They can
I'm
run
too
it
scared.
together.
no, I got a question though to run something back real quick, Stephanie, because when you was talking and you said you did that by yourself, and you keep saying that's not, but that wasn't what made you be so masculine tough. It wasn't just having to do it by yourself. So what was it then? Just like distrust in men?
I'm gonna say this word, and it's called narcissistic relationship.
Okay, I've been there.
And but I don't think people know the severity of the relationship or what he took me through.
Okay,
It was terrible.
so that made
But
you feel like you
oh,
had it.
absolutely, because I fought for it, and the more I fought for it, the more it was the mental things that how a person can reel you in and then throw you back out there.
Mm-hmm.
Reel you in and throw you. I felt like some worms in a jar. Like just a worm just hooked me in, throw me out there. Reel me in, you bait me, you caught me, and then you throw me out there. That and once I realized about 5 years in what I was dealing with, because I didn't know what it was. And me and my cousin, we looked it up. We started looking up
Uh-huh.
the little things that was happening, right? And as
Yeah.
we was looking it up, we figured out it's narcissist. And that
Yeah.
was a true mental illness.
Yes, it is.
Because I'm fighting this because you show me that you're a good person. You show me that you can do right. And I know that you can, but then you got the cheating issue. But then you say, no, I love you, but then you reel me in and you throw me out. And I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
the bait and
at some
worm.
point, I was like, did I just, the Tina Turner came into me. Now, the fighting, and when the Tina Turner got in me, that's when the masculinity happened.
So
When the
James
Tina, when
Mayfield,
Oh my
Tina showed
God.
up,
She
Tina
said the
showed
Tina
Tina
up,
showed up
Turner
and
got
showed out.
in me.
Tina
Look,
showed up, and Tina showed out. And I've been showing up and showing out ever since.
you a big
Yeah.
wheel, keep on turning.
I
Look,
understand what you're talking about because I've been
James
through that.
Mayfield said
Yes,
James Mayfield said Trump is a gangster. George
yes.
George came back and said today's politics and politicians are like that abusive person in the house that nobody wants to talk about because they paying all the bills and or are very crazy and violent. So you let them get away with abusing everybody, especially the vulnerable. Exactly.
Yeah. Because
Now,
that Congress
now,
is supposed to
Grundy,
be able to
where did
stop
you?
him from doing some things, but they not, and they might be scared.
Yep.
Yep.
Now, Grundy just described a narcissistic behavior.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's
Kirk,
that is
Trump
100%
is a narcissist.
narcissist.
And then
He
Tommy
is.
Boy said, I feel the presidency should consist of a man and a woman together with equal power. Now, what you heard it first from the ladies' man. But I agree with you, Tommy. I think that's just like balancing in the household, like Stephanie said earlier.
Yeah.
Balance. And Kenya
It's
said, yes, it
balance.
causes so much trauma. Yes, being a
Cause I
narcissist.
don't mind. I don't mind. I don't listen. I don't mind picking up a couch and throwing it on the other side of the room. Cause I'm strong enough to do that. I
Right.
pick up a
Mm-hmm.
couch and throw it on the other side of the room
Yeah.
while you in the kitchen cooking. I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 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 I'll go
You,
outside
you
and
can
change
start.
the tire. I'll go outside and change the tire while you washing dishes. I don't wear
Okay.
Period.
I don't wear nothing
Yeah.
else. Hey, I don't mind.
I
I
would.
don't
I
mind.
help with the
I don't
couch,
mind
but I
putting on
can't do
something
the
pretty
tire.
and dressing up. Huh?
I said
What'd
I
you
can
say?
help with the couch, but I can't change the tire.
Oh, that girl,
I
brakes,
may
I
need
would
to
tires,
pick.
learn how to do that.
whatever I
I
need
would. I
to
would. I would
fix it.
pick that tire. Listen. I would pick that car up and change the tire at the same time.
All right.
You know what?
Boom.
Like, yeah, like I feel like you know when women hello Miss Maxine Murphy, how you doing?
Who's
Hey,
Um,
that?
that's James' mother. He told his mom hello. She's chimed
Oh.
in.
Oh
If you got
Lord. Hey, Miss
let us
Maxine.
know. Let us know.
I
Let us know.
Miss Maxine probably think I am crazy.
Girl. You know, okay, put it like this. Some men are more feminine than other men, right? So
yeah.
I know people that are in a relationship where their man is more feminine than they are, but they're not masculine. He just real feminine, and people be like, "Ooh,
They
is
say
that?"
he gay.
But that don't mean that. That don't mean
Right.
anything.
I'm
He
saying
just in
people
touch
say
with his
that.
inner feminine self, just like we are women in touch with our inner masculine self. And like Jacqueline said earlier, we need to be both. We do. So
So
if
so
go ahead.
what about a man in the mirror and longer than you? Or taking a shower or bathing and or
He
doing
probably take care of
things.
his business.
I mean, does that
There
mean
used to be a
that
word for that called
is
man.
that the feminine side of the male?
Being in the mirror,
Just
Maybe.
I don't
I
think so.
just like damn it, when you gonna come out that bathroom? You've been in the mirror, you've been doing this and grooming and for
We
so
call
But
long.
them
Does
pretty
that
he
make
like
boys.
well
does that
groomed.
They
yeah,
pretty
but does
boys.
that make some people, and I've heard that makes them a little, they think they feminine. Like, I wonder if he, because he's been in the bathroom or he's just too over grooming, making sure he looking better than you, making
He's
sure
just
he
a pretty boy.
Jacqueline
He's
Mayfield
just
said
a pretty
she
boy.
said
That's
he
all.
Jacqueline Mayfield said he fruity. Max is the greatest people you can know. Proud of you. I don't know who that is. Then he said, T, I can't begin to tell you what that pretty hairdo is doing to me. You definitely looking good, sweetie. Thank you about the new hairdo. Appreciate it. I'm letting my gray
yeah,
out, my wisdom hang out. Maxine
yes,
bust out laughing. Yeah, it's going down on here today. That was crazy. But okay, for me, like if I'm gonna go somewhere, I already know what I'm wearing, what I'm gonna do, and I go get in the shower real quick, get myself together. I get out, I'm gone. I don't have to. I don't. That's what like braids and stuff like this. I don't have to be in there trying to. But that don't make me more masculine, does it? Because I get in and get out.
right,
No,
You know,
but
it doesn't.
I
because
don't
if a
know.
man go in there and take forever, and I go in and get in and out,
Well,
I
you
don't.
know why we go in and get out? Because we gotta go take the garbage out. We
We got
gotta go
stuff to
fix the sink. we got we gotta go cook, and then we gotta go fix his plate, and then,
Oh, Lord.
wash the clothes. Go wash
Y'all
the
so
clothes.
crazy.
and then we gotta go wash the clothes. So that's why we in and out.
Yes, yes, yes.
We got too much to do.
That is so true. And let me just put this out there too. So I know there's a lot of internet issues and AI and beefing and all this stuff. So they talk about how 50 Cent said that about Clarissa being manly looking and Remy, and that obviously Papoose like women that have strong faces and manly and things like that. I thought it was funny. I did laugh. But I don't agree with that statement. I don't agree with 50 Cent on that. I think that
Absolutely.
no matter, everybody starts out not looking you don't look how you when you were younger, you don't look like you do now. When you were a teenager, you don't look like you do now. And how you look now, you're not gonna look like that when you're old. So to me, the transition that we all go through this life, whatever hurt and problems we've been through in our life, we wear it on our face. That girl been through a lot. She wears it on her face. And now that she has the ability to please herself first, now her beauty from inside
Haters.
is coming out and showing. And yeah, she talk a lot of stuff and she can back it up though. And yeah, she go back and forth with people. I wouldn't, but she does it to prove a point. Like I ain't afraid of you, but
But I think
she
it's out of
knows.
frustration.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. Like triggers. Like I was gonna do something today myself. Praise God, he turned me around. And then because I was getting triggered, I was triggered. And Lord don't want to be triggered because sometimes I lose my way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
It's
that's
20.
what I was responding to Tommy. It doesn't matter how much we may go seek counseling, go and get healed, go to Buddha or whoever, however you feel like you need to get healed.
Oh, you
It
talking
could
about like
be it could be anything that
healing?
could just happen of a spur of a moment. Just might just all of a sudden you could just snap, or something could just trigger you again. And you done been through all the counseling, you done took years off in relationships, you done been by yourself, you done dove into the counseling, but that one thing might trigger you. And like you
Yeah.
said, thank God the grace of God turned you around.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the part of your healing too, because your healing senses kicked in.
Oh, George said something really cool. Put that back up there. I can read it on here. He said something really
No,
cool.
no, read them at the bottom. Read them at the bottom because I had some other messages. So read what I got at the bottom, and then I'll put it back up.
Okay.
Okay.
Nothing at the bottom.
I sure can't see. Don't ask me to read nothing.
It said, Tommy Boy said, "Tell 50 Cent I will pay to see him box her."
50 Cent. What
You
what
tell him.
what his Braun draws on? I'm sorry. Did I
Hey,
say
hey,
that?
okay. You said read at the bottom. It says
No,
Georgia Brunch.
it's gone now because you wasn't able to see it because of the other messages. So
Okay.
that's why I just read it.
Well, Tommy Boy said you can't say that, Steph, because you haven't gotten help. Your response coming from a dark place. Sorry, bottom line.
Period. That's not true.
Read.
Tommy Boy.
I
I,
don't I'm not
I,
in no tunnel. I'm not in no tunnel. I
I
feel the
know
way I
that's
feel because like I said earlier, you can be healed, you can be unhealed, but you still gonna always have a guard up. You're gonna always have a guard up no matter what. That's just like, okay, Tommy, since you said that, how about let's take this there. For those who've been locked up for some years, right? And you done been to jail, but you come out and you're getting and you in the world, and you done been to counseling, or even if you haven't, and you starting a new leaf on life, and you rocking and rolling this world. You rocking and rolling this world. You're not going back and doing nothing that you done did in the past. The past is the past, and you done move forward. So you feel like in the back of your mind that anything, there's a possibility that anything that could trigger you, even though you may not do what you did, but you might say some things, or it just might take you there mentally.
Oh, we got some people talking here. Now I
Read
missed
it.
what George had put. I really wanted to read that, but this part I can see it says, I think I know you meant Clarissa is one of the best examples of a woman knowing how to allow a man to lead, even though she's an aggressive and dominant woman. I've never seen her create environment to where she's with in front of people. Yeah.
Yep.
And she lets it be known that she wants to be a woman to a man. I think that's exactly extremely attractive in all them people. But that was great. Jacqueline said, uh, oh, James Mayfield said they got strong faces. Jacqueline Mayfield said, I don't think they look manly at all. What does a manly woman look like? Because I feel like the woman that Clarissa fought now, she looked like a man. True.
True.
And then Tommy Boy said, there is no time limit on how one chooses to groom themselves. Jacqueline Mayfield said, men are simple. So I feel like when they stay in the mirror longer than you, something ain't right. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying too.
He fruity.
I really just saying, cause like, come on, the water gonna get cold in a minute. Like,
Your
what
eggs
the
get
hell?
good.
Can I take a shower too?
You're using all the hot water. Hey, that's crazy. That's crazy. But at one point in life, I think what we're doing now is basically speaking on things that a lot of people don't like to talk about. Kind of like this George said earlier about how people just like being in a home of violence or whatever, whatever. We are talking about subject here on the Sassy T show today about masculinity and femininity because a lot of people are misunderstanding the way it really needs to be addressed, especially the narcissist people. And you could
Oh
be a
my
man or
God.
a woman and be a narcissist.
Don't you keep
That's what
flicking
I
it
have
on
to
my
say.
phone.
I
What
believe my
happened?
dog is a narcissist. Shoot, at this point, Chanel around here tripping. I'm telling
She said her
Girl
dog.
is a narcissist.
everything is a narcissist.
It's the N word. That's the real N word.
That's the real N word. Now you can call me anything that you want to start with an N, but you call me a narcissist. Oh no.
Oh, we fighting. He said we ain't
Mm-mm.
having that.
But and and speaking of a dark place, I think this whole world is in a dark place. I think it's just so much evilness and so much it's so much going on in the world now. We these kids are not even being raised the same. We the way I was raised is nothing how these kids, even if I tried to raise my kids, take them out on the farm and grow a garden, they want to Uber some food in. I mean, they don't want to eat their vegetables like they should. I mean, I just think this whole world is in a dark space mentally. I really do. Everybody is. Even after you think you've been healed and whole and then moved on and got married and redid your whole life, it's still it's I just feel like it's all until
How
you get God in this is my thing. I don't feel like I think the only way of healing is through God.
true that.
I think the only way through healing is through the Lord when you decide to commit yourself into rebirthing yourself through Christ. That's the only healing that anybody's going to get. And if anybody's not going that route, nobody is healed. Can't no counselor heal me. God, the only being that can heal me is God. And I stand on that.
Yep.
Because
The
that
healing
what that
comes from
person could write on a tablet, well, just write down what you want to do and the things that no. Let me get in some scriptures.
within. True that.
Let me
Um,
write some scriptures down.
Tommy Boy said, great comment. I'm not sure what that was about. And then he said, I'm in the tub right now. Stop spying on me. Come on now.
He too
And then
much.
James Mayfield said, my world is not dark at all. Amen. Well,
Okay, hey, because you did came out the light, and I agree with him because he doing bigger things because it's a mindset too.
yes, it's
But
always
that still comes with God. God give you that grace. God gave you that grace. And when God give you that grace to step out of your past and you moving forward to bigger and higher things, that ain't nothing but God.
Yep.
That's God's
Yep.
grace. But
Mm-hmm.
you have to and those are the ones that's not in a dark space. That the ones that can accept the grace and know, because I know he's deep. He's deep into knowledge, books, everything. And when
Mm.
you get your mind that deep into knowledge,
You got to
oh,
have your own relationship with
you
God.
gotta have your own. And I'm telling you, and I don't even go to church, but I'm telling you,
Yeah, you do.
you use
Bedside Baptist Church of
Where
Win.
does that
yeah, every
come
morning,
from?
bedside Baptist,
She told me
8
that, and I was
8
like,
a.m.
"Where's that?"
I can't see the
I was so naive. Um.
comment.
Oh, here we got a new. Okay, so um. Hmm. Tommy Boy said the biggest issue is the majority of people have ignored the Bible, which is the book of instructions. Yep, basic instructions before leaving Earth. And then I'm Supreme Caliente said healing and God agreement is the language of the Lord. Amen. James May,
Amen.
I came out of the darkness. Amen. Maxine Murphy said, what is the answer for the world today with him? There's no darkness for for author and finisher of our faith. We pray for the people that are in darkness that they make you delight. Yes, ma'am. Amen. Amen.
Yep.
That's I'm a firm believer that, because to be okay, if God is everything, that means he's masculine and feminine, right? If he's omnipotent, right?
Yeah.
If we're made
Absolutely.
in his image, right? And we are made in
Right.
his image, right? So when you
Mm-hmm.
believe in all that and you feel all that, you live like that. So one way or another, like Jacqueline, I'm gonna have to go back to that. We need to be both. We need to be both at some point in time. But I agree with George. Clarissa has shown people how it is to be a feminine woman to your man, but take care of your business when you have to. I definitely agree with
Yes. Yes. And she has shown that.
Yes, yes. And people are talking about her and mad about her. But it's a lot of women out here now that's dating a married man or a man that got another girlfriend and they know it, but they're still doing it. And if
Mm-hmm.
they don't know it, he knows it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Narcissists, two of them, and one of them don't know about the other, whatever. It's 2026. It's time out for tricks and playing games and all that stuff. I mean, it's real women out here like you and you and you and me. I say you and you and you. I mean you and I.
And me and your
And
brother
me.
too.
That we're decent single women that's trying to make a living, and we have to be strong because we have to do a lot of things on our own and wear
Yeah.
hats. Many hats
Yes.
at our home. I want to share these hats. Well, I ain't gonna say with people, with my person. I want my own person. I don't want nobody's person. I don't want that because that comes with trauma,
Yeah.
drama, and
I don't
headache.
like sharing my man.
I don't either. I'm
That's how I
selfish. You
get
know
in
Well,
this.
trouble.
but I think it's okay. I think it's okay to share your hat, because that's what you're doing now, right? You're sharing knowledge. We get knowledge from other people, and it's about community. So
Oh yeah,
I think
that
that's, yeah,
fine.
it's
I
about
mean, I like
community.
sharing my
It's
man.
about giving. It's about giving. We giving information. We receiving information, and there's nothing wrong with that, because that's where the blessings come down from.
Yep.
And
Yep.
sometimes the blessings is sometimes is the light from out the darkness. So we need that. We need to be informational people. We need to be able to receive information, and then the caring and the giving. And what we're doing now is caring and we're giving, because hey, everybody needs a topic to talk about. This is a topic that everybody on Facebook was talking about. All this what's the name, wearing the bra and the 50 Cent, they just got him looking crazy on Facebook. I'm like, Lord have mercy.
50
You
Cent?
know, yes, girl, they had him on Facebook with a bra and some
Was
Daisy
it AI?
Dukes.
Was it
Yeah,
AI?
it was AI
It
probably.
probably was, but I don't care who did that.
That's why I
Yes.
can't stand AI now. It's too manipulative. manipulative. Too manipulative. Tommy Boy said, how many times do it take for someone to show you that they don't have your best interest and for you to cut them off?
Well, now that's another topic.
I'll give him 2 tries.
Yeah, that's another topic because everybody's threshold is different. Your
I am
threshold might
shout
be
out to my fellow
bam.
Flintstones. Shout out to the mud. Huh?
Yeah.
Say that
So
again,
I feel like everybody's threshold is different. My cutoff back in the day was lingering. I didn't have a quick cutoff back in the day. Now my cutoff, it is.
Curtains.
Please.
Curtains.
Now. So I just
I
believe
say 2.
everybody
I say 2.
when people get sick and tired of being sick and tired of what they're going through, they're gonna stop. And I'm talking about drugs. If you on drugs, you're gonna stop when you get sick and tired. If you don't, then God gonna lead you the way. I mean, until you sick and tired of going through being drinking, being in an abusive relationship or doing whatever. When you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, then that's when it's gonna stop.
It ain't
Tommy
true,
Boy
Stephanie.
said,
It's your
can you,
boy Tommy.
they answered the question.
We
Tier
did
said 2
answer.
times, and Stephanie said, and I ain't say nothing.
Go give your answer since he think we didn't answer.
I
I might
don't
be
know.
scared to watch that. They said a good I Am Supreme. I gotta find out who that is. I can't really see that picture on Facebook, but it says a movie is The Creator.
Okay, might make me now listen.
On Netflix. That's all I
Speaking of
got. I can't
AI,
watch no other stuff.
I've been talking to my cousin to make me when you talk about femininity, it's when my robot come in here and start doing these dishes and cleaning up my house and doing stuff for me. That's when my I'm gonna show you feminine.
That's iRobot. That's a movie.
Yeah. I'm buying me one of them. If I ain't dead and gone, I'm getting me one of them
Getting her
You
because
know
one.
that
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna be
they
sitting on
had
the
them little
couch looking cute.
robots in Detroit.
I'm gonna be
They got them little robots. They got them little things that's running up and down the street look like a human.
well. I want one in my house running around here cleaning up, so I can sit on the couch and get in my femininity, men.
Right. So that's okay. That's something I can ask. So like with AI, it has no emotion. It has no on Amazon Prime. Okay, it has no feeling. It has no emotion. It has none of those things. Right.
Mhm.
Robots don't even have that. But yet and still, when we look at them, we feel a certain way, and when they perform and do stuff, they imitate human life. Right. So are they more masculine or feminine? What's going on?
They're nothing. They're nothing. And that's why they're being created. Can I tell you what my take on this? And this could be another topic for another show. I think humans are going to be extinct. I'm not saying right now in the next
I am
500
legend.
years. I believe, because I think kind of deep. I just don't believe that humans are going to be here on Earth maybe in the next 1,000 years or so. I think because this is the creation of the AI and the robots and everything and everybody doing stuff. I really believe that. I mean, hey, that's just me. It could be the end of the world. You know how the dinosaurs and what was that? It was a evolution came along and got rid of everything, and then now it wasn't the dinosaurs. Now it was new. It was everything new, and like the dogs and the different types of animals. I think at the end of the world will come, and then it's gonna be totally different. It's gonna
Wow.
be totally different. You can't imagine it now because we here. But you have to really think deep about that. I mean, that's another topic, but I don't even want to get deep into that. I didn't already looked it up. I'm telling you. It's
This world is changing as we know it, and it's starting with uh the powers that be right
what
now.
happened to your girl?
Serena, I don't know. She didn't just on us. I don't
Dang, bye,
know.
Serenity.
So I know. I think she might have lost connection, or her phone might have died because I know she was
Oh,
messing with
one of
whatever
my numbers.
or mine. Says he's running. I can't look at the YouTube thing right now, but Who is it that's running and what are they running for? I am Supreme Caliente said that.
Who said that? Who's running what?
I don't know. He just said he's running. He
Who
said that's
said that?
real life. That I am Supreme.
And they said, what was the comment?
They said watch the movie The Creator or something. I said,
Oh
what is it
yeah.
on
Oh,
Amazon?
I bet you. I'm sure it's deep. And I already tell you what it's gonna be like in the next 2,000 years. I'm telling you, it's gonna be something that we can never even imagine.
Oh, she had to take a phone call.
Oh, okay.
So Tommy Boy says that's why you want a robot. That's what some women want, a man to be a robot. No,
No,
I don't
no,
agree with that. I don't
no.
agree with that, Tommy Boy.
I can't take my robot to
I
bed.
don't
I
think.
mean, did I say that? So don't you think?
Oh my God. James Mayfield says, now Stephanie thinks she's John the Baptist. Ha ha. And Tommy Boy said, read my message to TM. Don't ignore my invitation. What is I can't
Y'all
see it.
think I'm
It's
playing?
scroll down. It's
Listen,
scroll down. I can't see it, Tommy.
I'm telling you, y'all better y'all better look into the
Oh,
here.
it's a Tesla robot. $1,000. That's what Tesla robot.
How much is it?
Okay.
And what does it do?
What does he do? I am Supreme. Does he wash dishes? Cook, clean, vacuum? Can he pay a
So,
bill? Use his body
so,
parts and sell them to pay bills.
so that's all I need.
What? What you need? Oh, he'll pay your
That's all I need. Is a robot is
bill.
to come in here and clean up. That's all I need. twenty
Man,
thousand dollars. So don't let me
man.
find out. Y'all gonna be tripping. Y'all gonna see my robot walking around the house.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't want. They'd be like on that. I am iRobot and I am let. Well, but I am robot. When it kept them people hostage in their house and they wanted to leave them and wouldn't let
Yes.
them. No, I'd rather
Yes.
have it.
Come on, Stephanie. It is time for your tea. Waking me up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Jane said they probably got robots that'll take you through there.
You through there. Take you.
Right. Maxine Murphy said, beautiful platform. You beautiful people have a wonderful night. Thank you so much, Miss Maxine, for chiming in. We appreciate it.
Thank
We usually,
you.
but we've been having such a good time. We probably gonna be shutting it down a little bit, but I appreciate you coming. Thanks for your responses, and please like, share,
Thank
and
you.
subscribe.
I'm sure.
And Georgia,
And thank you so much.
is
Putting up with
y'all.
me being crazy.
Okay, George, is we finished or we done? All trio. Is on the good. Anyway, Stephanie,
Yeah, we
I'm
done.
my closing remarks. We're done. I appreciate you all. Happy New Year once again for chiming into Sassy Tea Sundays.
And,
Man,
and hey, listen,
today
I
was
do taxes now. Listen, wait a minute, hold up. I'm doing
there
taxes.
we
Your
go.
girl went through that. I went through that with that tax class. That's some deep stuff. But I'm ready. It's some things that change, but it's all right. But I'm ready. So anybody they can inbox me on Facebook, Stephanie Winfrey, and I'll take care of you. I'll send you everything. Everything now, people don't even have to sit in front of each other no more. You know how you used to go to the tax office and sit at the office and bring all your bags and pay all your receipts and stuff. You don't even have to do that no more. Everything is done through the computers now. So
Okay.
that's the cool thing. But it's Ramsey Tax Office, and y'all can inbox me. I'm just putting it out there.
All right. And the last few comments, we did put respect on Clarissa name. I do appreciate that. And we about done, George. Tommy Boy said Grundy read the message. Oh, he shut us off. What the Birdman Breakfast Club? What is this?
Uh-uh.
What are we doing
Oh, he's
here?
showing something.
Put some respect on his name or something.
Who is that?
I guess Grundy did it. And then I Am Supreme said, check out my new book, Intelligence Over Emotions, Beginner's Guide to Investing. Okay,
Oh,
and
that sounds good.
I got to give a shout out to Summit Lexi, Charlisa King Kyle. She's doing something similar to that, with the helping with the mental status and flow of life. He also put a website, www.lover.com. All right, for that. I didn't have my books today, but if y'all see my books behind me, boom, boom, boom. I don't know what's going on out of the mud. Anyway, George, I appreciate your time today, brother.
Thank you,
Appreciate you
George.
all. Thank you so much.
Thank
Sassy
you, James Mayfield, the greatest.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And we
I
on with Larry Locke tomorrow, hopefully. And
I hope to have Red Alert
Casanova.
tomorrow as well. Hopefully we'll be able to pull that off. What are we doing here, producer? Are we listening or we can't hear him?
I don't know. We still live though.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what he.
I don't. I remember seeing that with him talking about put some respect on my name.
Can
Who
y'all
is
hear
that?
it?
We
No.
can't hear, but I think I.
Let y'all know, stop. Put some
There you
respect.
go.
Hey, you understand me? And y'all saying her, you understand me? Straight up like a man. So what's the issue? Ain't no issue. You don't give a feel. I just come to let y'all know, stop. Put some respect on my name.
That's for Carissa. Put some respect on her name.
Oh yeah, we put some respect on her name. Shoes. Hey, we let it be
Absolutely.
known.
For the rest of the world, for everybody outside of Flint and those haters in Flint.
Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, to each his own because, like I said earlier, it's a lot of these women out here that got dated, there are still dating married men right now. Just you ain't got caught yet, or you dating somebody's boyfriend or husband, whatever. You just ain't got caught yet. So whatever
Yeah.
she's doing, like I said, that girl been through a lot. Now let her live her life. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
Yep.
we appreciate y'all.
And we shouldn't be judging people no way,
No, we're
and we
not
do.
judging. Not at all. Not at all.
Mm-hmm. Did
All
somebody
right, good
comment?
people. Tommy Boy said Grundy the second. I don't know. He wants you to do something. He said 5:30. Is he asking? Tommy Boy, we're asking her tomorrow. Y'all on at 5:30 or am I on at 5:30? I don't know.
Lessons with Larry.
I don't know what he's doing. We'll talk about it after a while. Anyway, thank y'all for
Peace.
doing that, Sassy
Thank
T.
y'all.
All right,
Did I keep
congratulations
to
on the
put
good show.
something else up there?
Tommy Boy.
I gotta go eat.
Congratulations on the good show. Me too.